this is an arrest warrant for Joe Biden?
Well, yeah, let me start at the beginning, how we got to that point.
Tell me everything.
So right here, in 2020, President Trump gave us a 2020 Declaration of Independence.
What kind of car did you come here in?
It's a Toyota 4Runner.
And it gets 18 miles?
Yeah.
Okay, 18 miles to the gallon.
Yes. If they would just turn this election around, I still believe it's possible.
Yeah.
Because the truth is starting to trickle out. It's taking time.
They don't realize that we understand that their hub is in Ukraine. Their hub is in Taiwan.
The one great thing about Trump is that he opened our eyes.
He did.
He opened our eyes, and these things were going on right in front of us, and we did not see what was going on.
No. Well, there was reasons for that. We were poisoned.
You got a typo there.
What is
I
it?
believe it.
Petition.
Oh, two
Okay.
T's. Good catch, bro.
I got a good idea what's going on in Ukraine. When they went into Ukraine and they found these labs, they believe that maybe that the deep state is possibly going to use a bioweapon on Russian people. Because they've been, just like they were collecting our DNA in China, they've been collecting their DNA as well.
So Trump and Putin right now are the only ones successfully fighting against the deep state.
But I think as well as Xi too.
Who?
Xi.
Oh,
in
Xi
China.
Jinping?
Mm-hmm.
So Xi Jinping is
Oh,
fighting
well,
against
he's a good guy.
Oh, so he's fighting against
Why? Because think about it. He's not part of the CCP.
Xi Jinping. Do you think he's working with Putin and Trump against the deep state?
I think he probably is, yeah. Probably. I've heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard
Xi
that.
Jinping is working against the deep state.
Modi
Modi.
also in India.
Xi Jinping, Modi, Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump are all working against the deep state.
Right, and then you've got the White Hat Alliance, which is a lot of countries, Canada, France.
He is part of the good guys. The reason I think that is because he's fixing to go into Taiwan. You wait and see what I tell you. When he gets into Taiwan, guess what he's going to find? More labs.
More biolabs. So Xi Jinping, Putin, and Trump
That's
are
right.
the only ones fighting against the deep state and making sure that there are no bioweapons to be
That's
released.
right. Because if they do not stop them, they will release them. And next time it'll be far worse than any fake coronavirus.
Wow. I know you'll understand this. Trump never conceded, so he's still the
That's
president.
right, absolutely.
And
he
he's
is.
still running things.
The whole world.
He's still
Indeed.
running the world.
The world,
And the
yeah.
world leaders know who's still in charge.
Absolutely.
He never conceded, and I never considered anyone else a president.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's actually still running the country.
I know he is, and I believe that
What do you think? What branch do you think he's running? The military, or
I think he is headed up the military.
he's the one that's still in charge?
Well, I think him in the military.
If Trump were still president, Putin never would have invaded. If he knew, if he was.
Well, there wouldn't be any need to because Ukraine would have been taken care of already.
He was so scared of Trump, man. Let Trump be reinstated right now, and Putin would be like,
Yeah.
hands
And
off.
Putin never would have invaded if Trump was still in office.
Right. And see what I'm right.
Have you heard of the idea of cognitive dissonance?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, it's like when your brain tries to hold these two competing ideas and you don't notice that they contradict each other. And it's like you see it everywhere. Like, what are we going to do about that?
Everything has been corrupted, and we have to change the message. We have to change the programming because our people have been programmed just like a computer's programmed. Our minds are programmed by everything we see, hear, do. That we're programmed, so we have to change that.
You have a foreign exchange student with you, and he's
Yes,
from.
sir.
And where's he from?
Palestine.
Palestine.
Yes, sir.
Jerusalem.
Yeah.
I'm Muslim.
Show him your shirt.
Muslim.
Show him your
Yeah,
shirt.
I have the shirt. I have to show y'all. What does it say?
We can
Yeah,
save
yeah.
20 to 40% on everything if you switch to Trump.
You're saying Trump is the key to Palestinian liberation.
Yeah, that's what
I'm hoping so.
Trump is not Biden.
Not Biden, no. Joe Biden is kind of sucks.
He's just here with us. We were lucky enough to get him. He's a great guy. We learning something about his culture, and he's learning a lot about us. And so we go spend the Saturday evening at the Trump rally. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
What about capping prices for insulin?
Oh my God. He's acting like he's done this thing, Biden is, but Trump did that already.
Trump capped
did that
prices for
35.
insulin.
$35, yes sir.
Why is the price of insulin out of control? So Biden released it?
And then he pulled it back down like I'm just a big hero.
Would you want a candidate to cap the price of insulin?
No.
So you want it to be in the
mean-
free market?
If it's free market, it'll even itself out. You know, if you get politicians involved with it, it messes it up.
A lot of us on the right are just getting, canceled for saying,
that's another thing.
for making it seem like we support Russia and we support Putin, and that we're running around saying these great things about Putin and Russia. We're not going around saying great things about Putin. We're not going around praising him.
Not necessarily.
No. They act like we all love Putin and we're like going around like praising.
We don't
Putin.
even know Putin.
I mean, as far as some of his decisions, I may not like those, but at least he makes decisions.
And Putin, he gets a bad rap. Putin is a very strong leader. He's, he does.
Like President Trump.
He's kind of like Trump. I mean, he takes what he wants. He's, not letting, the rest of his parliament dictate terms to him. He's not letting the
That's
city,
right.
and he's just moving forward.
And he
on doing
cares
his
about
best.
his people.
And,
He cares about his people. That's why he's kept the deep state out all these years. He's kept the big bank system, the bank reserve. He's kept all that out of his country for a reason.
In some ways, I like him better than Biden. But,
Yeah.
I mean, that may sound
And
weird.
because he's a strong leader.
He's a
He
strong
takes what he
leader.
wants. He doesn't look for this consensus and everything. And he does what he thinks is best in the moment. And he's decisive.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
There's a lot of things about Putin that we really
like in a
identify.
leader.
Yes, exactly.